Geis with the carry on second down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Wentz going to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Lefty. Lion.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. That goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on 1st down. Bird. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Bird is going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, This big defensive lineman will take the bait and...
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Try to get it to Landry there. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Shorty.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Sunday. 40, 82, 40, 81. We're 6. 82.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Burt. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Burt, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Burt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon, and it's the... It's a quarterback sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Cardinals. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz dumps it off for Geis. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
No. Check. Patriot.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Burt. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy? Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Rolling to his right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Burt. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wentz to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's got his man, Boyd. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Wentz now on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Into the red zone, Wentz. He'll check it down to Geis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Wentz to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action. Burt. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10. Burt. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on first is Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And what can they do here on second and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. On play action, Wentz. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
4 down, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Burt sliding out of the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Burt. And Jones has it over the middle. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Burt, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off the play fake. Burt. He's going to air one out. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Good chip. Gray 15. Gray 15.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Geis. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
We're good.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Carson wins his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals get a bit closer.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Over!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Wentz now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. That'll bring up second down.
Go.
Now a play fake. Wentz escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.